starting numbers and rules for two sequences of numbers. So the first sequence, sequence X, starting number should be 1, and then the rule is add 1. Sequence Y, starting number should be 5, and then the rule should be add 5. Fill in the table with the first three terms of X and Y. Then plot the ordered pairs X comma Y on the graph below. So let's see, sequence X. They say the starting number should be 1. So the starting number is 1. And then the rule, to get to the next number, you just add 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Fairly straightforward. Now let's look at sequence Y. They're saying the starting number should be 5. Starting number 5. And then the rule is, to get the next term, we just add 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Now they want us to plot these things. So let's see. And we plot them as ordered pairs. So we're going to have to point 1 comma 5. So when X is 1, Y is 5. You see that there? X is 1, Y is 5. When X is 2, Y is 10. When X is 2, Y is 10. And then when X is 3, Y is 15. When X is 3, Y is 15. And we see that for every 1 we move to the right, for every 1 we increase in the horizontal direction. With every 1 we increase in X, we increase 5 for Y. We increase 1 for X, we increase 5 for Y. So now we just have one last thing to answer. The terms in sequence Y are blank times the terms in sequence X. So you immediately see this term, 5 is 5 times 1, 10 is 5 times 2, 15 is 5 times 3, and it makes sense. You started 5 times higher, and here you added 1 each time, and we see that visually right over here. We add 1 each time, while here we add 5 times as much each time. We add 5 each time. So the terms in sequence Y are 5 times the terms in sequence X. Got it right.
Okay, guys, I want to add a little bit on to this by going up here, and I just kind of screenshotted the last image that you saw. I just want to add on a little bit to this con video. The first thing that I would like you to notice is kind of going back to what we've done previously. If we look right here, this would be just like a normal pattern that we were talking about. So 1, 2, 3, and we can see it adds 1 each time. Plus 1, plus 1. Okay, and then this would be its own normal pattern. 5, 10, 15, right? And then these add 5 each time. So I'm just kind of connecting it back to what we've already done. We're kind of combining what we've done for the last 2 weeks. So we have these normal patterns. We could write an equation for each of those. So where I take my starting number, to find the nth term, I could go, well, it starts with 1, plus it goes up by 1 each time, times n minus 1. Okay, that's what we did 2 weeks ago. For this one, I could say, all right, well, it starts with 5, plus it goes up by 5 times n minus 1. That would get me the expression for finding any term in either one of those patterns. Now when we talk about relationships, really what we're doing with this graph is we're graphing corresponding pairs. Remember we talked about corresponding pairs, and we know that each corresponding pair is times 5. So 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 5 is 15, and so on. Okay, so really what we're doing is we're taking those two different patterns and we're turning the corresponding pairs into an ordered pair. Corresponding pairs equal ordered pairs now. So this is a visual way to see the relationship between two different patterns. So really, my X and Y become an ordered pair. So 1, 5. And that's how we got this one down here. The next one would be 2, 10. And that's how he's graphing. So when we graph these, we kind of just look straight across for our ordered pair. Okay, when I'm looking at a pattern, I might look at the X individually and the Y individually, but the corresponding pair is your ordered pair. Okay, so and then the last one would be 3, 15. So today for your work, you're going to be given two different patterns, like an X and Y that we had up here. And what you'll be doing is looking for the corresponding pair and graphing that. Okay, so here's my X, here's my Y, just like in an ordered pair, here's my X, here's my Y. Okay, so good luck with your work today, and let me know if you have any further questions. Great.